Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I was just going to do a little video. Someone had asked me to go over the label and help them understand what the label means on a skein of yarn. Now labels will be different, but they are pretty similar as to what the numbers mean. But I'll go over a little Red Heart Super Saver here with you. It's going to have the logo on the front of whatever type of yarn it is. And then in the US, the skeins of yarn are measured by weight. So this is a 7-ounce skein, or 198 grams. It has the yardage, which is 364 yards. Now that is not the exact amount that will be in each skein, but that is the minimum amount that will be in it. You could get more, but you will never get less than 364 yards. That's the minimum. And of course it's measured in meters also. And then when you flip around, most yarns will have a free pattern on the inside of the label. So, and this one will show what the pattern is on the inside of the label. And it'll also show you what you need for that pattern, whatever pattern it might be. And of course, it's going to have their website and their social media sites on the yarns, where it's distributed and stuff like that. And then you come over here to these numbers. It's going to say what color it is. This right here is just the color numbers. Now, and these are the manufacturer dates and times. There are no dye lots on solid skeins, solid color yarns of Red Heart. As you can see, it says no dye lot. Almost all of them do not have dye lots on solid skeins. Now, variegated, most of them do, and we'll go over that in a minute. But on solids, most of them do not, and they will say no dye lot if they don't. And then it's going to show you what weight of yarn it is and the recommended hook size for crochet and knitting. And then it's going to show you washing instructions. As you can see, what to wash it in, no iron. And then it'll show you what it's made of. This one's 100% acrylic. And it's going to give you directions on how to pull yarn from the outside or the center pull. So that's just the basic Red Heart skein. Now, if you was to go to a Red Heart that was a variegated, most of it would be similar. As you can see, it's going to have a pattern. It's going to have the weight and the yardage, which is always the minimum amount. And then when you turn it over here to the sticker here, it's going to show you the color, and there's the numbers for the color. And then the lot is the dye lot. Now, a lot of people try to match the colors. Like if you go to buy this, you'd want to buy another one with the same lot number. Is that important? It really depends on who you are. Do I match? Now, no way. Remember, have to take my advice. I'm just offering my tips. Myself, I used to match dye lots. I do not match dye lots anymore. I don't do it. So that number does not mean anything to me. But a lot of people will take this number, the lot number, which is the dye lot, which is the color that it was dyed in, and they will make sure they get all the skeins of the same color. I rarely match dye lots anymore. Hardly ever. To me, it's not necessary. But a lot of people do it, so it's completely your preference if you want to do that or not. But people ask my opinion, and like I said, I used to do it, but over time I realized that it's just not that big of a deal to me. I never really had a noticeable difference, especially since the solids don't even have a dye lot. Variegated, I never really noticed any difference, so I really don't take the time to do that with skeins of yarn. So that's the only difference really between when you're looking at Super Saver and the variegateds. They have no dye lot. Most of them, and the solids have no dye lot. I'm so sorry, most of them, and they'll say it on there, no dye lot. So there's no number you can match. They're always going to be the same. Variegateds will have a dye lot if you prefer to take your time and match them up. Look under the number lot and try to get all the numbers the same, and that will ensure that all the colors were put in the same lot of dye, and they're all going to match extremely perfectly. Like I said, I don't match them anymore. To me, that's not I never noticed a big enough difference to take the time to do that anymore. But by all means, if you want to do that, that's fine. Now we'll just look at another brand here, just to show you the difference between brands, how they're similar still. I got Shaw on the Ball here. Of course, it's going to have their logo. And it's going to have a pattern, and it's going to tell you how many balls it takes to make the pattern. The pattern is on the underneath side. And it's going to tell you what it's made of here. And it's going to tell you the weight. What this is 153 grams or 5.3 ounces. And 181 yards is the minimum amount of yardage that will be in the skein. And it does have the washing instructions. It tells you that it is a medium weight 4, and it's going to give you the recommended hook sizes. Now the recommended hook sizes, that's just for your preference. You always want to go with whatever, if you are using someone else's pattern or tutorial, always go with what they say. Don't go by what the yarn skein says. Always go by the designer's recommendation for whatever pattern that they created. If you're making your own patterns up, you can start with the yarn skein's recommendation, and if you don't like it, it's always okay to change the hook size. And then again, you can see back here, this is just the article number, the collar number, and it will have a die lot. Right here is the die lot. It is 616269, and as you can see, I bought these two together online, so the die lots do match, and that's fine. I'm going to show you two more here. These two are Shaw on the Ball also, but I'm going to show you the die lots on these. Everything's the same except for the die lot numbers do not match. They were bought at separate times, different places. So I got 617432, 614308. To me, I don't care about the die lot. If you want to match die lots, that's awesome. Most people do that. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's wrong, because it's not. I mean, it's great if you do that. To me, it's not that important. So, I mean, you don't have to take my advice on that, trust me. That's just me saying what I do. So, but I never really had any noticeable difference in the color. Whenever it comes to matching die lots, they look exactly the same, even though they don't match. I mean, to me, the difference that the die lots made wasn't visible enough for me to even take the time to match die lots anymore. So I no longer do that. But that's just a little quick video to show you. Every yarn is going to be different on the backs, but again, mostly all of them are going to be similar. They're all going to have, most of them's going to have a pattern. This one's Caron. They're going to show you the minimum amount of yards, the weight, what the yarn is made of, and it's going to have the lot numbers, how to wash them, recommended hook size. So that's it. I think people were just kind of interested in that, wanting to know kind of about that die lot number. And remember, solid skeins or Red Heart, they don't have die lots, so it's senseless to look for them. These are just manufacturer dates and times, excuse me, and the colors. So there's no die lot number on solid colors, as you can see. But variegateds do, and you'll see it will say lot right here. And that's, if you do want to match them, that's the number that you want to match up. And there's the lot number on this one. It says it right there. So if you're looking to match die lots, every skein of yarn that has a die lot to match, it will always say lot. And there's the number that you need to match. If it doesn't have a lot number, that means there's no lot number and there's no numbers to match it. So, but that's it. I just want to go over that real quick. I hope that helps some people out. If you guys have any more questions, you can put them in the comment section below this video about die lots and about what all these numbers, if I missed anything, any questions about anything on a label of yarn, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you if I didn't in the video. So I hope this helps some people out. Remember, this is just my personal opinions. You do not have to take my advice. However you pick your yarn's fine. I just wanted to go over how I picked mine. So thanks everybody for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my video, and don't forget to check me out on Facebook too. I'll put a link to that below in the description box. And until next time, have a good day.